You keep postponing your happiness and you keep attaching it to these moments that only bring about a temporary euphoria. Oh my gosh, girl, I will be so happy when fill in the blank. How many times have we made that statement before? Because trust me, I know that I have. What is the purpose though of delaying your happiness? Like, do you think your happiness will be better later on? Do you think it'll last longer later on? Do you think the circumstances that brought about that happiness will be better then? Life should be fulfilling in every single aspect, and it is your own responsibility to make sure that it is in fact fulfilled. The only way to salvage your future and guarantee that it's going to be fulfilled with happiness every single day is to alter your perspective of the present right now. Yesterday has already been lived. Tomorrow has not yet been experienced. So do you really want to keep pushing your happiness off to a moment that you don't know when or if, for that matter, is going to happen? I can guarantee you one thing, sweetie. If you continue down this road of delaying your happiness and pushing your happiness off into the future, you are going to find yourself waking up 10, 20, 30 years from now, miserable as hell, and you would have wished that you figured out what true happiness was earlier in life. Welcome back, babes, to another video. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video where we are discussing finding true happiness in our lives. But as always, you guys can catch me on Pinterest, Instagram, and TikTok. If you like more of the style, the hair, the beauty, all of that kind of content, you can check that out over there. But here on YouTube, we are keeping the focus on the conversation. Before we can begin to pinpoint the areas in our life where we want to find that true happiness, we must first rid ourselves of the negative associations that we've made when it comes to our happiness. Raise your hand if you have attached your happiness to acquiring more money. Now I want you to raise your hand if you have attached your happiness to hitting a goal. Or raise your hand if you have attached your happiness to making a new purchase. Let me let you in on a little secret, okay? Anytime you base your happiness on the outcome of something else, it is automatically a negative association. Your happiness has to stand alone. Now it can definitely be amplified. Like, let's say you do hit a goal that you've been trying to reach, or you do acquire more money. Yes, you're going to have an amplified feeling of happiness because you've achieved something that you set your mind to, but you don't want to base your happiness solely on hitting a goal or, like I said, acquiring more money or making a purchase. The happiness has to stand alone. That way you don't find yourself waiting to get to the happiness. You already have happiness within. So here is a prime example. When I got on TikTok 2 years ago, my ultimate goal was I want to go viral. Obviously, we all get on these social media platforms and our ultimate goal is to go viral because it gets you in front of a lot of eyes. So I kept telling myself, oh, I can't wait to go viral. It's going to give me so many followers. So guess what happened? Your girl went viral. The comments and the likes and the shares were flooding in my activities notification. But here's the thing. I remember my sister calling me that night and she was so excited. Like, she was more excited than I was. But she called me and I remember her asking me something very specific. She said, "How do you feel?" And as much as I had felt that happiness in the moment, that happiness went away. And my response was, I feel regular. I hit 44,000 followers on TikTok within a matter of like 2 days. Not exaggerating, off of that viral video. But here's the thing, that feeling of euphoria, that excitement, that happiness that I was looking for, just as fast as it came, is just as fast as it went. Like, literally, it was a moment where I realized, oh my gosh, I'm going viral. Like, and then it went away. Like, after I realized it and I got excited for that moment, it went away. But this is exactly why you don't want to attach your happiness to a goal, because now I had a whole nother problem that I had to solve. Now, to most people, you would think 44,000 followers, oh, she's got decent video views. She has some really good engagement. Psych. My engagement did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. My video views on all of my other video views that I did prior to that did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. I didn't want to keep doing pose videos because that's the video that I went viral in. I didn't want to keep doing pose videos. So now we have to set another goal. So now we've gone from, ooh, I can't wait to go viral so I can get more followers, to, ooh, I can't wait until I have 10,000 minimum video views on each of my TikTok videos that I load, which is a goal that I have yet to hit just yet. This very situation, among some others that I've learned in my content creator journey when it comes to social media and YouTube, it has taught me some very invaluable life lessons, one of which is mastering my happiness in the present. Your mindset is literally the key to everything in this lifetime. The quicker we learn that, live by it, swear by it, grasp it, all of that, the quicker we do that, the quicker your life will change and actually be amazing. There's a teensy little thing that we have to realize about the mindset though, and that is that your mindset is hard freaking wired. From the time you are born till the time you are about 5. This is why they always say that the most impressionable years of a child is 3 to 5. This is why. That is when children begin to learn ideas. They are understanding a lot more. So think about it. Everything that your parents taught you, they instilled in you at this young age. I literally can remember, for example, I can remember memories of me at 3 and 4 years old going to my grandfather's church, his Baptist church, okay? I remember that. Christianity was instilled in me. It was hardwired in my programming, my DNA, whatever you want to call it. It was hardwired into my system. So when I got older and I wanted to start asking questions and start kind of having my own understanding of religion and spirituality and stuff like that, I literally felt like I was committing a crime. That's how deep rooted all of that, everything that was taught to me, everything that was instilled in me as a child, I literally felt like I was doing something wrong. Not even exaggerating. There was a period where I was learning about spirituality and I was kind of going against some of the things that I learned as being a Christian, and I would feel sick to my stomach feeling like I was doing something that bad because again, it went against everything that was instilled in me as a young child. That is the very reason why it's so hard to change your mindset, because you got to think there are barriers protecting your mindset, protecting all that you've learned and all that's been instilled with you over the years. So you have these barriers in place and it's hard to knock down those barriers because you've lived with this mindset pretty much however many times you've been around the sun. So I've been around the sun 33 years. So I've lived with the same mindset for 33 years. If you truly want to master happiness or master anything that goes against that hardwired programming that you have to be willing to unlearn everything that you've learned up until this point of your life. Why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you respond the way that you respond? Why do you believe what you believe? Again, going through this reprogramming is what you need in order to alter that perspective on happiness so that you begin to live happily without having to force that happiness into your life. By removing that attachment, our happiness being attached to something, if we remove that, you can definitely start realizing all the ways that you can bring happiness into your life as it is right now, because the ultimate goal is sustainable happiness. You can gain sustainable happiness right now if you just amplify your gratitude. I'm telling you, one of the main reasons why people are so unhappy in their lives is because they want more than what they can have. If you have read, watched, or listened to anything related to manifesting, then you know you have got to rely on your gratitude to bring in the things that you want in your life. You put the focus on the gratitude. You don't put the focus on the things that you don't have. Why? Because you're going to draft more of what you don't want into your life. Quite honestly, if you completely submerge yourself in gratitude every single day, you really won't even have to put focus on the things that you want because they will automatically just come to you. You will begin creating this beautiful life simply just because you are grateful for what you have, grateful for what you had, or grateful for what you will have. It's all centered around gratitude. Another way that you can achieve that very sustainable happiness in your life is to start implementing some SMART goals. And if you are unfamiliar familiar with SMART goals, it is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound type goals. I learned about SMART goals years ago and I never actually implemented it, but now I can see how much of an impact it will make if it's implemented along with when you make that shift when it comes to shifting your happiness and the perspective on happiness. Like I mentioned earlier, we want our happiness to stand alone, all by itself, but that doesn't mean that we can't implement some goals to amplify that feeling of happiness. So using SMART goals allows you to set goals that you can actually achieve, that you can actually set a time frame for, and that you have a little bit more control over, rather than setting a bigger goal that you don't have control over. Because the SMART goals are a little more achievable than some of your bigger overall goals, it allows you to have more control over the actions that you need in order to hit that goal. So now you're giving yourself some extra satisfaction, an extra boost of happiness, like I said, to amplify the happiness that you already feel, because you're still on track, you're hitting your goals, and you are doing everything that you need to do to have further growth in your life. And just an extra little tip, you want to make sure that your SMART goals align with your values and your purpose. When you hit a goal that has value behind it or it connects to your overall purpose, it just makes the success of hitting that goal that much sweeter. And lastly, before we wrap on the video, we need to talk about habits for happiness. It is time to rework those routines and those habits that you currently have, because they are not contributing to that overall sustainable happiness that you're looking for right now. They support the very overworked and exhausted version of yourself that had no happiness. It supports that. Spend some time on reviewing your habits. And I'm not talking about spending a couple of hours or a day. No, you need to probably sit for a couple of weeks, maybe even a month. Start reviewing every single detail about your habits. Start realizing every single habit that you have. Sometimes, again, we do things so much just because it's second nature that we don't even realize that we're doing it. You have to pay attention with intention. Start intentionally looking at every single thing that you do. Write down those habits. Start, like, maybe even create a log, okay? Create a log with those habits that you do. And then at the end of it all, sit back and really decide, is this a habit that I need to swap out, or is this a habit that I can keep that will give me that sustainable happiness that I'm looking for? And then once you've pinpointed what habits you want to keep or what habits you want to get rid of, then you can start using techniques like habit cues so that you can begin on a road to create those new habits. Or you could use habit stacking as a technique as well. And I actually have a video on habit stacking if you want to get a couple of tips and tricks on how to do that as well. Fight for this, okay? Fight to change those habits out. Fight for that consistency, and fight to keep patience with yourself, because again, you are unlearning, you are deprogramming and removing a lot of things that you have been instilled with for a very long time. So just give yourself some patience. Like I said, remove those routines, rework those habits, and get yourself on a path that is going to get you to that sustainable happiness, overall happiness, just pure happiness in your life. That is what you want. Well, that brings us to a wrap on today's video. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Drop in the comments below. Tell me what you guys think about the conversation. Do you feel like you have true happiness in your life right now? And be honest, don't lie to me. Okay, I ain't gotta lie. I'm gonna tell you right now. Again, I'm doing this because I'm trying to find pure happiness in my life. I don't want my happiness to be attached to things in the future. Although I know that I'm going to hit my goals, I do have all of these visions and things that I know will come to pass. But right now, I want to focus on being happy in my life as it is right now with all of my current circumstances. That way, when more things are in my possession or in my reach that I can obtain, that I can buy, that I can do, my happiness is not based on that. My happiness is already within. So comment down below, tell me what you guys think. But other than that, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with your girl. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next video, which will be this coming Friday. I know it's Tuesday. I was a day late. Don't come for me. But I made a post. I made a post to let y'all know. But anyway, I will see you guys on Friday, hopefully, if you are feeling the vibes. So, love y'all.